Akeredolu is dead. The governor, the former governor of Ondo State, is dead. What is your take on this?
Akeredolu is a very nice man, for my own understanding, because the man hate cheating, and politically they have used a system of government, one party system, to frustrate the man to the extent the man is late. He's an action man. He's a man who like to say the truth before the hearing of the masses. He's a man that supports. There are many group of people that is crying about the man death. He's not my governor, but I cry for him. A fight for under fundamental human rights. He's a man who always come out to say something. And when you are saying the truth, the leaders of Nigeria will be against you. Akeredolu is somebody who nobody is not violence, but he's a man of timber and caliber, a man of principle, a man who never even swallow his sweet. Rather, whatever thing he said, he stand on it.
But from information available to us, he died as a result of some terminal disease, or somehow related to cancer. Also, he was battling that for quite some time now, but unfortunately, uh, finally succumbed to the pressure.
Let me tell you, my brother, no death that no have a result. Any death must have something that kill the person. As far as Nigeria is concerned,
The, the breaking news of the demise of the governor of Ondo State, of course, have left his family and loved ones and political allies traumatized, and it's quite unfortunate that he has to kick the bucket. Haven't battled with is it cancerous helmet for quite a number of years, if not months now. But unfortunately for him, could not make it. What is your take on that?
All right, let me just say this. My name is MC Grama. For some of you that are just tuning in, watching me for the first time, this is MC Grama, the man that speaks the truth at all the time. Let me tell you, point in blank, that what actually killed Akeredolu wasn't just ordinary sickness. He died because he's power testing. That's the truth. He wouldn't have died. I'm telling the truth. Right from the day Akeredolu got into the office, I predicted that this guy is not going to last long. But so many people told me that I'm just lying. That what do I mean? Nigerians, they won't talk. Because you may be having health challenge before, but it's quite different when you are not a governor. But now you are a governor. That health challenge, everything will come out. Whatever killed Akeredolu is as a result of him being a governor. That's the truth. Because if Akeredolu is still an ordinary man, he wouldn't have died. That's the truth. If he's just a simple man out there that is just doing his normal business, doing everything easily, Akeredolu wouldn't have died. And you know what? Nigerian politicians are not ready to learn. Even your Tinubu cannot learn. All of them cannot learn. Because Nigerian politicians don't learn from people ways.
What is the lesson to learn? But apart from that, you said that if Akeredolu uh, was not the governor, he would have survived this
Yes, of course, yes. That's what I'm
crisis.
saying. Yes.
But don't you think that being a governor gave him the opportunity, ample opportunity to travel abroad for medical trips,
Okay.
of which if he doesn't have the enormous resources at his disposal, he would have died long ago.
Okay, let me ask you. What with all the medical trips in abroad, why did he die?
Of course, that extended his life
Oh,
with the
I
billions,
said
over 20
with the
billion dollars
medical
that was
trips.
spent.
Listen, with the medical trips abroad. What? Let me tell you how this thing looks like. You see, this thing is just like malaria. But let me just give it coming out small, small in your body. Eh? If you are doing less stress, something that is of lesser stress, the malaria will not come out. But if you do something heavy, big, all the malaria will come out. That's how it looks like. You see, when he was not a governor, he was actually managing it small, small. So the things gradually.
Okay,
But
by
when you
virtue
became
of
a
his
yes,
position as a
yes,
governor, he
when you
saddled with enormous
exactly,
resources.
because this one will criticize you here, this one will criticize you here. That's what I said. Test for power killed Akeredolu. See, I want Nigerians to read my lips. If this is a, if this thing is, if we want to put it a week breaking news, I will say the headline should be test for power. Power tasting killed Akeredolu. Simple. That's the truth. Because if he's not tasting for power, this guy wouldn't have died. And I'm
Yeah,
100% sure he would still have been alive
exactly.
today.
He would have been able to manage his
Yes, yes. Because
helmet
the moment he
and
got
have
there,
lesser stress.
yes, the moment he got all this thing came out with speed. Those sickness that were hidden came out with speed. So I don't know, most viewers, I hope you can understand what I mean. The truth is that somebody will say, if you want to die, you will die. If you don't want to, it's a lie. You, I have to tell you that it's a lie. I know of somebody's dad. His dad would have died 60 something years. But those boys now told their dad, we don't want you to be working, everything, just be listening, taking care of it. But the dad, guess what, stayed 85 years. I'm telling you, he would have done 60 something. Because if it had to be when their dad was stressing himself, he would have died long ago. But these boys told them, don't worry, we are okay, we take care. So what the father was just doing is sit at home, watch this thing. In terms of medical disease, they were they were really adequate on the medical aspect. So they were taking care. Their dad stayed 85 instead of 60 something. So that's what it explains to you. Akeredolu wouldn't have died.
And besides
That's the
that,
truth.
honestly, he was not able to manage the stress, uh, of course,
It's
on
just like,
him.
wait, let me tell you. It's just that this one is Tinubu's name. Because Tinubu has not died, nobody has seen that. The truth is that Tinubu himself should consider his age. There's an age you get to. What is power again? Let me tell you, what is affecting Tinubu? Number one, he's not highly educated. Number two, lack of technical know-how. So these things are affecting. So these things, nobody would have seen it. And now, with his health and everything, you are saying, no, I can rule Nigeria. But now, you are gradually showing that age is telling much in your government. It's telling much in your government because you cannot, you cannot function like a young man. That's
Exactly.
the
Just
truth.
in his first medical trip,
That's it.
he was asked to relinquish power to his deputy,
Eh,
but he felt that could threaten his position.
even now, let me tell you,
While still away, he's being called for certain
now that
issues that borders on
Akere,
his office.
now that Akeredolu died, Tinubu cannot learn. To tell Nigerian politicians doesn't learn. You know what he's going to do as a Tinubu? Tinubu is going to stand there to say, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rule to the fullest. Now, let me tell you something. If I were Tinubu, Tinubu would have learned from Akeredolu death. He would have learned and to say, come, listen, I don't need to kill myself. Let me just leave this power to somebody else. But he will not do that. So he will prefer to die in that seat. And which, of course, Nigerians are ready to even accept your obituary when you die. Just like Akeredolu, he's gone. And
And
they are going to bury him.
exactly,
And
what
so,
lesson does that, of course, bring to fore? Because the Nigerian politicians seem to be power drunk. They could do anything possible within their reach, even though it means, of course, crossing anyone on their way
you know, my problem
to
with
remain within the corridor of power. What does that teaches us
Nigerian
as humans?
politicians, they don't learn from the past. Assuming our governments learn from the past, I would have loved it. But these people don't learn. You know what most of them used to do? Most of them would just sit on power until they died here. Just like Akeredolu. I'm sure that some medical people, let me tell you, I'm sure there are some doctors that have warned Akeredolu. But he said, no, no, I have to do it. No, you know. So that's the truth. There are some doctors in Nigeria that would have warned him. But said, no, Mole, okay, no, continue. Now Akeredolu is dead. After Sunday, they will go and bury him. That is the end of Akeredolu. And now my happiness is his deputy is now the new governor.
Yeah, the deputy is now
And the new governor,
will be sworn in.
as a
If
new
he had not
governor,
been sworn in
no, after the burial, he
after the
swore in
burial,
the deputy as a new governor.
of course. But the issue is this: Due to the enormous luxury privileges
Okay, wait, sorry.
attached to that office, they may not want just to relinquish power,
I want to ask
even
you.
though they are incapacitated.
I want to ask you. Akeredolu, who did he suffer for? He suffered for the deputy governor. You couldn't use 3 years out of your tenure or 4 years. Then you suffered for the deputy. All this campaign was for the deputy. The deputy will rule after his tenure, and then will now rule his own. You understand? Another 8 years. I'm damn too sure of it. Because after this one, he will now rule for and that's if the guy has brain. Oh. Because if I were to be the deputy governor, I will do another 8 because I will make sure that I certify the people of those states so that they can vote me back. But you know, Nigerian politicians, most of them are usually crazy and stupid. That's their problem.
Another area I want us to discuss is that being a governor of Ondo State, just like any other governor of different states within Nigeria, he was not able to fix the health system. If he had been able to fix the health system, he would have reduced the stress, of course, of having to be flown outside the country. You see, for medical trade.
Okay.
You see, but why is it that somebody who spent close to $25,000 or more, you see, on medical care, cannot set up the state of the art, which he could access medical care in his own states,
Okay.
and of course contribute to the GDP or internal generated revenue of the state.
Okay.
They always prefer to jet out of the country. Isn't that an act of failure that a
Okay.
man should jet out of his country for medical care? Why he should have done that, set up the facility in his own state,
Okay.
even with $20,000,
I love this.
you could set up the state of.
You could recall the other day, Tinubu was telling our doctors to come back. You see, this thing is just practical. Even your president cannot set up good medical this thing in Nigeria. Your president he was telling Nigerians doctors to come back without knowing how to set up something good in the country. That is to tell you the way these stupid people reason. Nobody
Honestly,
reasons
it's
nicely.
quite disappointing
Nobody reasons nicely
that
about
he
that.
has to die in Germany.
Yes, because
Even in
that
Germany,
place,
you have Nigerians uh, who are consultants,
I
medical
wonder why they
consultants.
I wonder why they bury him there. They should have buried him in Germany. When you want to also everything, you travel out. When you want to die, they'll bury you here.
They will
That
come
it,
and bring your
it
corpse
should
here.
have been very nice. They bury you there too. Wonder why Akeredolu family
Bury
did
your
not bury
ground
him in
there.
Germany. That's the truth. But now it's gone. It's not part of us. Someone like me, I'm not regretting because he's not a good governor. He has never been a good governor. So that someone like me would have been crying, supposing Akeredolu is a good governor. Supposing Akeredolu is someone that touched life. Someone like me would have been crying. See, I have a reason why any bad politician that die, I drink and celebrate. Because these people, they don't have human sympathy. When they see this poor suffering, they would like to see you die. So me too. If they are sick, I want to see them die too. That's it. One.
No,
So
we are all humans. We
uh,
don't call for anybody's death. But what you are
see,
saying, when you have the opportunity to do better for your people, all this money that have been, taken overseas, would have been enough, more than enough, to set up state-of-the-art health facility in all the 36 states
okay, I want to tell you
in
something.
Nigeria.
I want whatever I say because I stand for the goodness of Nigeria. I stand for the love and peace of Nigeria. So let us grab something from what I'm saying. If all those people at the high level could be listening to me, they should do some amendments. They should do some adjustments.
And especially the senators,
They should do
they
some
should have a
adjustments.
reform and ban every public official from traveling abroad for medical trade. Look at how the doctors are living, the source of this
Okay, do
country.
you know one of my doctor? My doctor lecturer told me that the money they are paying him a month in Nigeria, they pay him times 4 a week abroad. Can you imagine?
Times four
Times 4 a week
a week.
abroad. But here in Nigeria, they are paying 1 month. Then they're paying times 4. That's to tell you how bad this country is.